And I've lived in Northwest Oklahoma my whole life, and I never thought that I would have to talk about this such an embarrassing thing, that there's someone on our city commission that will not renounce these ties or even discuss them. As a young person, we do not tolerate these things, and lots of us are registering to vote, and we will be involved in this, and we're going to keep speaking up. So this is embarrassing, and I hope
30 seconds.
you guys will fix it.
Thank you. Commissioner Blevins, you asked for time to speak.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It's good to see this room filled again. It is true that my colleague, Commissioner Norwood, tried to remedy the situation between myself and a small group of people who are unhappy that I've been elected. He did this not because I asked him to, but because I've earned his respect. And he wishes to see me continue on to serve this community as a commissioner. What was brought to him, however, was a contract that, if I agreed to, would have handed the oversight the voters of Ward 1 have over me, and it would have given them to a select few. Doing this is a betrayal to my constituents. On a personal level, agreeing with this would have curtailed my rights as an American. I could have shared a Tucker Carlson clip, and that would have been a violation. It is important for the American people to remember our history. It is important for the American people to advocate for what they believe in. The First Amendment gives us freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition the government with grievance, which all of you have done tonight. We either have these rights or we don't. And if we find ourselves having to make apologies when we exercise these rights, then we don't have them. And I want to be clear. I am a different man today than I was yesterday. And there is no hate in my heart. All there is the desire to follow the Lord. But I am not going to apologize for things I never was. And I am not going to apologize for the lies that others tell. 9 months ago, we had an election. A lot of people don't know this, but that was actually the first time in 12 years that the voters of Ward 1 got to elect who represented them in this chamber. The previous 2 times, every time the seat was up for election, the incumbent drew no opponent. And so I was very happy,
Time's up, Mr.
regardless of what happened, that I was given the voters a choice.
I extend this time.
1 minute,
A commissioner can speak as long as they want.
but not the public.
Not the public, that's right.
1 minute. Nazi?
You're a coward.
If you continue, I'm going to ask you to leave. Okay?
He's
Continue.
talking common sense. The man is speaking as long as he wants. You gave us 1 minute.
Please stop.
Mayor.
We
Point
have
of
a
order.
commissioner that's
Point of order.
speaking.
I have the floor.
You're not going to be able to hide behind decorum.
I have the floor.
Him.
If you're gonna disrupt everything, everybody's gonna leave.
You're going to
Understood?
remove everybody because of me.
That's fine, we'll remove everybody if we have to. We don't wanna do that. Let the man talk.
You're a coward, Mr. Blevins.
Yeah, yes.
Over 800 people went to the polls that day, and I received the majority of their votes. Now, I wish my detractors could accept the results, the decision the voters made that day. And my predecessor, the late Mr. Allen, who served this community for decades, that was his wish too.
You're mis-
I've thought for a long time over the past few days about how I could address the people who are unhappy with me. But they've made it clear there's nothing I can say to them that will satisfy them and will honor God.
We wrote down.
And so,
Say.
So,
do it. Say you didn't do it.
if it comes to it, I will stand before the voters of Ward 1 and I will defend the job I've done here in my first 6 months. And I will let them decide.
Say it wasn't you.
Thank you,
Will
Mr. Mayor.
denounce your
Done.
Nazi?
Mr. Norwood, do you have a response for him saying you represent the state of Iowa? He addressed it. He addressed it. Mr. Norwood.
Point of order.
I'm going to ask for a point of order.
Ask everybody to leave.
Marshall, would you please ask Mr.
You need-
Neal to leave?
Denounce your Nazism.
Please remove him.
We're not.
I also want the other two that were
Do you
screaming
want
and
to
yelling
denounce
next to him.
Anybody else want to go with him?
One of them already.
What's so funny?
Why can't he-
What's so funny?
Yeah.
Would you
Why are you
please,
laughing?
please remove
Why?
him?
This is you. This is not funny. This is you at a march where they're cheering.
Item number 17, I look for a motion to move into executive session.
Move to adjourn.